Okay.
We are testing. Yeah, that was the problem, Sway. We didn't have game audio going, and we was trying to figure that out. Okay, that setting's still good. I think we're even centered and everything. All right, now go to your title screen and make sure that looks right. What title screen? Oh, sorry, yeah. Yeah, there's the game audio. I can see that. So I see that up. Hooray! We even properly lowered it down. I have come for your souls. Okay, I think with that we're good to go. Yay! See, at least we have gotten better at fixing our problems on the fly. Seriously. Like, that only took like a couple of minutes before we were back. Normally we would just collapse the entire thing for half an hour.
Grimoires are books that all magicians use to obtain their magic wands and summons.
I see if it is.
The first time I ever held one was in that tower.
Yep, here we go again.
The Silver Star.
Game audio good, mic audio better.
Welcome, Miss Lilith Blan.
Oh well.
Okay, now I'm getting the game audio. Now I'm just waiting for your voice.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, for the last test, click on the screen so I can advance it, is to see if our voice and the actual dialogue is through together or not.
Right.
Have you ever ridden a dragon before? These moments are quite treacherous. Also, I just have to say, I love the name Gamaldor. It works incredibly well for this character. So,
Yeah, those of you that aren't familiar with the game, because probably most of you, all of the character names are a combination of some kind of reference and then an alcoholic beverage or an adult beverage of some kind. And in this case, obviously, it's Dumbledore plus
oh, suddenly your voice got really loud.
Plus Gamaldansk. Right, because I bumped the... wait a minute. Okay, I think what happened is because of the audio synchronization thing, whenever I bumped the settings back up, it increased our mic volume too. That's probably what happened there.
You'll have... Okay. Okay, so we are pretty much good to go, I think.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for putting up with our little with our technical difficulties.
Oh.
Should we start the game and the stream back over to get it for YouTube, or just kind of go with it?
I'm not planning on putting this on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Because it's only going to be for one night anyway.
I wouldn't let
So.
my fear of dragons
For
keep me
one
from
night
going to
only.
this wonderful
Yeah, I
place.
only have a birthday for one night.
It's an honor to be enrolled by
Well, the city
Binder
clearly
of
thinks you've got
Engagement
2
in
months of
Sir
birthdays with
Gamador.
those coupons they
Yeah.
give you.
Well, they allow you to celebrate your birthday anytime after 2 months.
We invite talented
Yes, as I was saying before, things went horribly, hideously awry. I chose this game for my birthday, although now I can't quite remember why, because it seems like ages ago. But no, I chose it because it is a
Am I going to be
kind
your
of like
apprentice?
a real-time strategy game, but it is a much smaller scope, and it has a different feel than a lot of games of that genre. And I absolutely, positively love the story. Absolutely. So it's almost a shame that you all won't get to see all of it, but I'm hoping to at least let you see part of it.
Well, like Sprawl said, if you do it only tonight, you might not get the dragons.
Which would be a shame, you can't actually get dragons.
We can always do this one after Awaken, like
I've
Double
got
Entendre.
other things I need to do.
Yeah, see, that's the problem, Sprawl. You say nothing's keeping us, or nothing's stopping us, but time, you know.
That's the thing, at some point, I would probably actually Well, no, this would make a pretty decent stream game. But, yeah, I was thinking more of LPing it. But either way.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, the dragons are really cool. I will admit that I have a bit more fondness for the Chimera, but...
Yeah, Ben's actually beaten this. I saw parts of it, you know, when he was playing it.
Also, for those of you that are familiar with the reference, what a gaff!
I'm not cute. Now handsome. Yeah, that's more like it.
It seems like there's a little bit of screen stutter when it's in 60 FPS.
Handsome.
Like it's trying to kind of, you know, sync up or something.
Hello, Bew! We are still here.
Yeah, you can hear us, right?
Soon enough.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, I just see what you said. It's our final challenge for you to accept. Well, tell you what, Bew, keep... yeah, I will see what I can do.
I will, Professor.
See if I can get the sound broken again before we're done for tonight.
Also, do you remember how you pulled up the menu last time? Was it start?
I believe so. Yeah.
Let's turn the autoplay on, so that even if I am tempted to keep talking, you all will not have to sit and just listen to me.
Right.
Yes, for those of you who might think that this is something like a Harry Potter thing or whatnot, it's only that way in a very superficial way. Like, all of the characters, with the exception of perhaps one or two, are just really, really fantastic.
I accept your challenge.
I'm Margarita Surprise, and on my head is my familiar, Shirley. I'm glad there's someone around my age. I was a little scared of being alone. Then we're friends.
And yes, Margarita. In keeping with the theme.
Yeah, no points for guessing what drink that's a reference to.
Exactly, Lorax. I would want a frog hat too.
You should complain to the teachers and get a new room as soon as possible. But this will be my first time having my own room. I don't want to sound ungrateful. Oh? But I still say you should complain.
No, Bew, you don't scare us. We're supposed to scare you.
Hallways and doors. I hope I don't get lost. You're from the South, right? I heard the city is a fun place to live.
Was your accent that thick?
I had to take care of my little brothers.
They don't serve girly drinks down south.
So, where do you come from?
Yes, Sprawl, everyone is booze in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Professor Gamble rescued me from there. This place
Ultra
may be boring,
conservative.
but at least they don't burn us at the
So
stake.
right-wing.
I see. I heard that after we graduate, we'll even be able
That's
to
all
enter
wizard
the
hats and
royal
shotguns, you
palace.
know, where she comes from.
We could get lucky, you know?
There's
I'll
a
try
face.
my best. I'll become a great magician
wants a
for my
hug?
brother's sake.
Right.
I would take you up on that, Bew, but I know you're married, so... And like any good protagonist, she immediately ignores the injunction to not do things.
Did you forget what the professor said?
Yeah, there is some screen skipping and stuff.
You
Right.
see,
Well, that's the thing, this is a
sometimes
PS2
the
game,
ghost
it really
of a
wasn't designed for this.
scary witch stalks these halls on a
Yeah, I guess if we were
quiet
playing it
night,
longer term, I'd try to
just
do some more
like
to
tonight.
touch it up.
A man met the
Vodka
witch in the
castle?
hallway.
Absolutely not.
The witch took him away. The professors couldn't do anything to help him. But here's the scary part. 3 days later, he was found, cruelly tortured, and his face was unrecognizably...
Is it the witch's ghost?
Well, Bew, you did say to scare you.
Hurry! That's Margarita's voice.
The sudden knock at the door, it was a Margarita surprise.
Indeed.
Ooh, that was scary. That witch's ghost nearly found me.
You wouldn't live long out there either. But you won't stop until you get caught.
Leave me alone, Shirley.
Welcome to your freshman year. You might die.
Sometimes it's better than a moonlit stroll. I'm just glad you're okay. But if the ghost is so dangerous, why don't the teachers get rid of her?
I think the theme
She's
for Lilith's
perfect for
designs is
keeping
going to be
naughty kids
adorable
in their
hats.
rooms at night.
She's perfect, she kills all the kids.
It seems the witch has passed.
Really? Then let's go.
Also, I love the
Sorry
frog's
for
voice,
coming
not
so
even.
late. Thanks, Lilith. I
Good course,
think I'll
Posh.
pass on the night air. You be careful.
All glory
It's
to
better for us
Hypnotoad.
both. I will. I'm going straight to bed.
It is unformatted.
Remember, View, family-friendly stream.
I'm not going to worry about formatting it.
Ooh. Well, it's not like we have an actual memory card to have your data take up.
Right. Gamel's Lecture.
Isn't there like a... What's the mode tougher than normal with the actual hard difficulty? They had some whimsical
I
name.
think... I don't remember.
Okay.
It's been a while. It's been since the PS2 era, actually.
Yeah, this was our previous house, wasn't it, that you played this? Yeah.
And at the same time, a magician must train oneself to use it correctly. Magic is a supernatural power.
Okay, we're using D&D rules. Magic equals supernatural.
Use the power of spirits.
But not spell-like abilities or
Small elves
extraordinary.
who live in the forest are especially friendly towards people. They may be whimsical tricksters, but they're
Love the tone of
also
voice. It's kind of like
known
describing
for
a,
good
you know,
cause.
like a
Learning to
preschooler or
borrow
something.
their power
That whimsical
is
trickster.
always the
It
first
actually is
step
how
to becoming a
a lot of
magician.
like sprites and elves were described. You know,
Through the doors
basically
in the
like
back.
children who
Let's
stay that
try
way.
actually using magic.
And that's the other thing I kind of like. The magic system in this game is very much unlike most of the ones that I've seen. Like they actually have such an emphasis on on summoning spirits and opening runes and things like that, which is very
Nice to meet
true
you, friend of
to
elves.
Crystals are the source
how
of
actual
power.
magic is supposed to
They are the
work,
crystalline
but you often don't see it
form
happen.
of magic.
Right.
As the
And it
elves
isn't that we're not
bring
friendly
into
towards
the
people who
room,
aren't watching this
it
as a family.
converts into the magician's power. Now go on. Try asking them.
Show us the rune and crystal you want us to go to, and we'll go get the mana.
Teacher, here I go.
Anything you do requires mana. Okay.
And basically, like most RTS games,
I'll do my best.
you have to mine things. In this case, you mine crystals, and they take them back to these, your fairy circles.
This is really interesting. It is a 2D game. And by about this time period, by the time the game came out, StarCraft already had, for example.
Right.
The elves are our slaves. We are the real monsters.
We're friends of elves.
Yeah, it's like what's the term in Lord of the Rings? You know, the elf,
Elf
friend.
friend, yeah. And yeah, basically, for each different kind of grimoire, because there is going to be more than one, there are actually 4 different kinds. Each of them syncs up with a crystal in a different way, and only workers of that kind can mine from that crystal.
Right. They actually map fairly closely to Warcraft 3's four types.
Kind of, I guess.
You identify as an attack helicopter. Which bathroom would you use?
Once they
Whichever one you want to.
once they started letting attack helicopters marry, I mean,
There's probably an anime about that.
they're not for helicopters, but yeah, there was Mitternacht Mariner.
There was a discussion we had a couple months ago with Ben about Mariner and then Kantai Collection, which moe girls anthropomorphized ships and stuff.
Yep.
You want something?
Tech helicopter definitely should have been Mike in Darkest Dungeon, right?
Did you see? Yeah, this is all very basic RTS stuff.
Right.
Basically, yes, you have to have mana to get mana, and it costs 50 mana to summon an elf, and once you spend it on that, then you have to gather more. But of course, it's worth it in the long run because they can gather more.
Right. And just like StarCraft, you have an optimal amount of
Always keep an eye on
minions
your
gathering
reserves.
resources, and the rest of your capacity should be dedicated toward various types of attack units.
Send more elves to the mana mines. Totally friends and not coerced labor.
An easy task.
Hey, I don't see their union complaining,
I'll do my
Squall.
best.
Or Lorax, we require more Vespine gas. Must construct additional pylons.
Bew identifies as attack helicopter, and wife totally identifies as an Abrams. Of course, to be honest, summoning 10 elves is kind of a waste, because only about 5 or so can actually reasonably mine.
So 5 is your number. Go.
Yeah, if you have it set this way. At least I'm pretty sure it's 5. And obviously with 10 elves going on, we'll find out pretty darn quick.
Right.
Oops.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Warcraft 3 in its heyday, and it's like, yeah, a bunch of people did the meticulous math and counting exactly the proper, the proper time and balance and everything, and found that, yeah, basically, I think it was like 7 or 6 or 7
Ahem.
you wanted for peasants and stuff like that.
Yeah, basically you wanted to have either 1 or 2 for each mineral patch, and then you wanted, I think, 3 for your Vespene gas or whatnot.
Right. Yeah, and StarCraft, those guys were crazy enough to...
Like, they actually had proper build orders. It was
Right.
pretty... Yeah.
That's a big reason I could never get into StarCraft, was that it was by the time that I was wanting to play it competitively instead of just the story mode, it was just completely calcified.
Although I have to say that I do find it hilarious that, yeah, Wayne actually greatly prefers the game that is more hilariously imbalanced.
Warcraft?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, Warcraft 3 was hideous in that regard.
Yeah, but you can't really say greatly preferred, because I didn't like either one by the time they were in the finished forms.
Well, I can, because you played one and you didn't play the other.
I played a bit of StarCraft.
Bew's gonna kill some noobs in Dark Souls 2. Go and enjoy, Bew.
Oh, it was good to have you back. Mr. Chopper.
Want something?
Bew the Chopper.
I'll do my best.
Alright, this should be the last one, so hooray.
Yep.
You want something?
Yeah, as you can see, they have quite the queue waiting right there.
Right.
So.
You want something? Okay.
Might have been a good idea to skip the tutorials and just go straight back.
I can't.
I was able to.
You
For
want
me, it went
something?
straight into the fight where we got attacked by that ghost knight.
That was the
This is
special
the
mission.
first step to using magic.
That was not a story mission.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, I can show you where it is, but that's basically a challenge mode.
Ah.
It's for all just like playing as the undead and honeys.
Humies, I'm guessing. the honeys.
Well, hummies is Humvees. Mastered the arts of NG7. I don't even know what NG7 is.
That is the last cycle at which difficulty improves.
Oh, new games.
And Dark Souls,
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha. Also, it's Mr. Attack Helicopter to you.
Enough, Bartito. Cease bothering me.
What's gotten into you? You're acting strange, Hiram. It's as if that pale-faced witch doctor stole your soul along with your blood.
Don't you ever say that again. How dare you speak ill of Miss Opalnaria?
You seem to be quite fond of her.
Also, I will freely confess, Bartito is actually one of my favorite characters.
You must be the new student Margarita was talking about. Lilith, was it?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I think Ben was joking about like the choppers, tanks, and Humvees. But yeah, that's Humies for
Bartito,
humans.
that isn't very nice. Don't worry about him.
I ended up
It's just that new
starting
students
with
who don't behave go missing every once in a
preferring
while.
Horde, and I finished by the time I was done with Warcraft 3. It's pretty much
She is but a single problem. It is
pretty much
far more
Night Elves are
dangerous to
bust,
open
yeah.
secret doors.
Whereas
This
for the
tower
little
was
that
once
I
the castle
played,
of the
I
feared
tended to
archmage
stay
who
with the
terrified
undead.
the world.
'cause I always played
Rooms
random,
beyond
you know.
closed
It's,
doors that are
so
still
it's like those
enchanted
are
by
just the ones I ended
magic.
up preferring.
Don't be led around by your curiosity. Although, I doubt you'll heed my warning. I can already picture you doing something stupid. Perhaps something regretful.
I assume you're trying to insult me. Maybe you were right about me.
Age is
I
silent
even
as it
feel like
Humies.
summoning the
Whoa, no,
Archmage.
I don't believe
Now,
that.
if you'll excuse me. Welcome, Lilith. It's nice to
Oh,
meet you.
there we go. You mean
Don't
you
leave
mean
me alone
helicopter,
with
right?
Have we ever met before? No, that's
Oh, Bew is
impossible.
watching this on the
Forget
phone and just got summoned.
it. I have to go help Dr. Chartreuse with his experiments.
Well, Bew, in that case, go to the mana crystal.
Oh, yeah. My name is Bartito Ballantyne.
That's what I was asking. I've never heard 40K Orcs talk. Yeah, they have that kind of like really weird Cockney type thing, right?
Yeah, they grok it, or Daka, things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But you need lots more boys, too.
So, speaking of Warhammer, can any of you confirm that rumor I heard that it's like
As you can see down here.
Ah,
That's what you were going with.
gotcha. That they ended up kind of closing down the main Warhammer line and kind of bringing Space Marines into Warhammer Fantasy and stuff like that. That's the last I had heard from them.
A stock-wielding Havel monster. The worst kind?
What kind of noob actually tries using poise in Dark Souls 2? Come on.
Today, I will teach you how to build your magic to use the power of fairies. Fairies can fly around freely and can even pass right through walls and floors. But
So,
unlike the
how are you supposed to win the
these
trial if you
ladies
can
are
only use
free-wheeling
elves? Or can you
and
eventually
hard to
summon other
control.
things?
You can
too?
summon other
Okay.
things.
If you can get them to cooperate, you'll find
If.
their magical bows quite useful.
That's not very nice.
Sprawl thinks some humans were saved by
Are you saying
Sigmar.
that we're selfish?
Huh.
What are you
I hadn't
girls
heard that
doing
the
out
fantasy
here?
world died. Interesting.
And people joke they're Marines now. Okay, gotcha.
It can't be helped now.
Sigmarines,
It's
aka
time
Space
to
Marines.
practice,
Gotcha.
Lilith.
Yeah, my only source is secondhand from somebody who hates it, so it's kind of,
Or, because it's on the internet, a completely reliable source.
Right. Well, the funny thing is that Games Workshop has burned so many bridges with their harassment of indie game houses and the reprinting codices, in fairly short succession and stuff like that. The people who still like the game hate the company now and would be, can be reliable in their vitriol about it.
Right.
Command the elves to envelop the
And where Sprawl's hand is
crystal
Sprawl
with
source
shrub.
is, I almost said Sprawl's hand is second source. As somebody who actually likes it. Okay. Yeah, you might be amused to know that last time I was helping a friend do play Dark Souls 2, we were dealing with we ran into a hacker who had unlimited health, was running around with a Great Lance or the Grand Lance, and I actually managed to trick him into doing a run attack off of a bridge and dying that way. Yeah, so that's the thing that's the one thing I don't like about PvP on PC. It's so easy to mod, hack, and cheat in. You can still do it on console, especially with consoles were more rough hacks to it, like the Mega Mule from in the Dark Souls 1 days. And if you're not familiar with that, that was a pretty popular save edit people could download and use either put on a USB drive or just download to their PS3. And
in case any of you were wondering, I couldn't actually do anything in that entire sequence.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have sent all the fairies on him to kill him.
Right. And that was one that you could tell because I think the character had blue skin and was bald, and yeah, they basically just had like 99 of everything, and yeah, it was. So you could have start at level 1 or whatever level it was, with like plus 10 equipment, and yeah. But that was about the worst console ever got because your options were fairly limited to actually mod the game. And Bu, you might have to explain to the class what a Carnifex build is, because that makes me at least to think of the pistol from Mass Effect.
I'll do my best.
That if Ornifex was a meat eater, but you can't actually play as her.
An easy task.
There are many overlapping familiars.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Sprawl was wanting to know if you're going to meet the sorcery teacher tonight because he remembers liking him.
I'm going to try Sprawl. Yeah, Mr. Advocat is pretty amazing.
Oh,
so.
yeah, that guy, right.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Yeah, it's kind of a shame that so many of the good Vanillaware games, like Miramasa and everything, came out for consoles we didn't have. Well, we have a Wii, but because there's a bunch of them I was curious about playing, like Odin Sphere and everything, but never did. There was always some issue with them. Yeah, they have just gorgeous art
It's
style.
crystal now. Should
And
we bring the
again,
magic
at
to
least
the
for
room?
this game, I really like
Summon
it.
fairies
So
from the room. Fairy ring. You must upgrade your rune by 1 level. using
Hex build. Or a small limit. Gotcha. Oh, so the X at the end is for Hex. Gotcha.
yeah, this is about the right number, I think. And yep, this is just a tutorial for explaining how to upgrade a rune.
Gotcha. That's your.
This is the fairy rune. It's the only one we've got.
That's your barracks unit, basically.
Think of it, yeah, that way. But basically, each rune can summon a different kind of unit, and they can also upgrade various different things. Like this one, you can only summon elves and fairies. Okay. And you have to upgrade it to level 2 in order to be able to do so.
Gotcha. This is a build
yes.
5 farms and barracks level.
Yes, Brawl, this is the build 5 farms and a barracks.
You must have farms to defeat the humans. Lived in Warcraft 2, they actually were only pig farms. Like you pretty much only ever ate meat.
Summoning
Right.
enough fairies to get rid of all the demons in this room. But be careful. When they are badly hurt, they return to their own world.
Yeah, but you put us right into somebody who didn't want to do any PvP, just would rather kill themselves and then lose the fight. No, like Ben isn't a big fan of PvP.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Oh, super sprinting as in the hacked speed thing? Yeah. One of the funniest ones I saw was a guy using like a cheat engine thing to bring back that one hack from a glitch from Dark Souls 1 actually, where you could like hold down the button with the dragon breath and use any item in place of the fire. So it'd just be like an endless stream of fireballs and stuff.
Interesting.
Or firebombs.
There we are.
How much micro can you do? Like rotating a fairy out and
A
stuff
fair
like that?
bit, actually.
For too few, they will lose. Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, for this game in particular, it is much more of a numbers game than you might see in some other ones.
Right.
Destroy all devils. For that, we will want to summon more fairies.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Let's see.
These farms make sense in Warcraft. It was odd having the briefing orc humans talk about the necessity of oil in your pre-industrial
example,
society. Right.
I want everybody to watch this.
Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah, oil was...
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. I always thought oil really stood out.
Right. Because one advantage that you really have with fairies is that
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay,
since
fine.
they fly, they can actually just outmaneuver the imps.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should try a sucker. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, View. He says we should play Age of Empires 2. We were big fans of that back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, we were actually, we kind of enjoyed it a fair bit.
Something?
But obviously, it's an old enough game now that...
Right.
Okay, so let's go ahead, because now we have...
Require more mana.
Now we have enough fairies to just take these guys straight on.
Right.
Okay, fine.
Well, after you... It seems like it is interesting how that guy can attack through the floor to get to you. But you have to have a little bit of flexibility with it, otherwise, yeah, that would just be way too easy to micro and
Right.
to win trivially. As it is, you still have the advantage.
Yeah, you still have a fairly easy time with it.
Okay. Okay, fine.
As you can see, if you click incorrectly with attack option, yes, you will kill yourself. Or kill your...
And no honor among
no honor among
fairies there, yeah.
Okay, fine.
Age of Empires 2, play as Japan. Epic turtles once you reach Castle Age. Yeah.
Okay.
I will say that's one reason why I liked Byzantium a fair bit, because they could do kind of the same thing.
Right. Yeah, I remember. I forget who I was playing against. Probably our mom's boyfriend was big into that game too. But yeah, one time I was playing as the Germans, and it's like, yeah, the dude just killed my Teutonic Knights with this mass range. Many fairies will fly to their horrible deaths by the end of this, Sproul says.
You mean return to their own world?
Are you a magician in training too?
And I actually kind of like Amaretta as well. The story that she has is pretty neat.
Right.
I just got here 2 days ago. It's nice to meet you.
Such a healthy body. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my.
I like your smile. Can I touch it?
And not for the creepy reasons you all might expect.
Sure.
Aren't we quick to get around?
Yes.
Good afternoon, my mischievous uncle. Why are you still following me around? If you want something, please tell me.
My dear, the only thing that concerns me right now is how you are doing.
How you doing?
Those slender legs. How does it feel?
No, Lorax, it is not an anime dating sim.
Just looking at you is enough to pique my interest. What can I say?
Yeah, that's a great
Please
pose.
stop it. You're making her uncomfortable.
Mind yourself, or your uncouth soul will learn the devil's definition of immoral. Dear me, how vulgar. Forgive me. Correction.
Could this guy
your
be
soul is
evil?
rustic.
Leave me alone.
You must be a new student.
It's an anime RTS, Lorax. That's a pretty decent way of putting it.
I teach sorcery.
You teach? You're a teacher?
Well, I doubt he deserves your respect. Shouldn't you?
And yeah,
tell
that
him
cat
what you
is
are?
nervous as
As
anything.
you wish. What you call destruction, sin, or simply evil is my very
Evil.
nature.
I love the delivery on that.
I am a devil.
A devil? Like with hooves and horns?
Please. Those inferior misconceptions are getting old, even by devil standards. Your ignorant
Bew, do you have a
friend
song
spoiled
request?
my mood. I shall entertain
You missed
later.
Crypt of the Necrodancer, if you did.
Right. Yeah, unfortunately, we generally don't have songs ready to go.
Although we are thinking about doing another one with how
You saved me.
it's a devil.
Let me
Yeah,
thank
yeah. This is funny playing this a couple days after
problem.
we've been doing.
Awakened Fate Ultimatum.
Yeah.
Yep. We still do not have a formatted thing, so we're still not going to worry about it. Where's Ichiko?
Sweet, easy, normal, and
And whatever it is.
whatever it is. Sadness. Imminent sadness. Oh, we didn't get to meet Advocat.
Diligence, Miss Lily.
We did.
Of course, Professor. Becoming a magician is very important to me
You said
and
from
my family.
Wanye, right?
Blind passion is a privilege of
Wanye
you.
cast. I will see what I can do.
Sprint forever.
But my heart races and I can't calm down. I can't help but want to learn more.
Very well. I shall teach you all you'd like.
After all, this is a school.
This is a school.
Oh, ho, ho.
But I was surprised to find that there's a devil teaching here.
Oh, him. I suppose
Him.
it is startling at first.
It is true, if you want to, learn sorcery and destruction and things like that, devils are actually probably the best teachers for it.
That's pretty much his
He
point.
is a devil, right?
You're a racist little blonde.
He's only a teacher posing as a gentleman. And appearance-wise, there is someone... Well, you'll find out soon enough. Now, let's begin.
Yeah, if we let the intro play all the way, there was like a lion-headed dude. I'm guessing that's who he's referring to there.
Yes, that's the alchemy teacher.
Right. Yeah, I would say that definitely stands out more than the devil. Than the devil. So how does that work, the 3 tomes there?
Basically, remember how you said that each one is the one there was a barracks? Wicca is basically a different kind of barracks.
The power of spirit
It
work
creates
towards the gem,
unicorns, I
and
want to
this
say?
power protects its surroundings.
We have cookies.
Now,
Well, we got worse than devils here, Lilith. We
Yeah.
have cookies.
Yeah, you all don't even know the kind of bad things we've got running around.
All right. Now concentrate.
And And Gamble is also a fellow.
Yeah,
fairy,
he
so,
uses
right?
glamour. That is the word that they use for it.
Glamour. Talisman.
Yeah, basically it's your tower.
Ah, okay. Toad Hat is the actual headmaster.
I wish I could skip through all of this, because this is all incredibly basic stuff.
Right,
as, again, you all know. But yes, basically you have to make runes in places where they actually fit. Like you can't put them here. You can't put runes on top of each other. Usual stuff.
So those are indicated by kind of being gated off with those.
Yeah, those pillars basically each one is one space.
Gotcha.
And likewise, you generally can't put runes on. Actually, you might be able to put runes on stairs. We open the gate, and there's our Wicca horn.
The gate with faith, and inside was. You are now ready for the talisman.
Okay.
Look at those freaking slacker elves. Should have been gathering mana while we were waiting.
Yep, Advent. It takes 12 days, and you get some candy.
Okay.
It makes sense to put a tower on the stairs, I would think.
Right. Yeah, and each grimoire has its own different kind of tower, some of which are actually pretty neat. Like the one I love for sorcery is that it actually is just a devil posed there.
Right.
Toad Hat for our headmaster.
Oh yeah.
Success! Imagine how much mana I could have gathered if it would actually let me.
Right. But they started you off with 700. It's probably
Right.
enough for the tutorial.
Okay, yes, my lord.
Lord.
Zung, zung, sure thing. I live to serve.
And just that little whistle sound that the wisps make.
Right. This should be a good defense.
Dabu. Yeah, right. That was work complete. This is taking me back.
Yep, watch as the talismans do their jobs. Gosh darn it. Funny thing is that imps are actually the devil workers.
Uh-huh.
So they should be mining mana, but apparently they just don't wanna.
So this is kind of like, but elves can't fight, right?
That's correct.
Okay. So I guess that kind of makes imps are for sorcery. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And those are the sorcery towers.
So yeah, I guess the imps are kind of like ghouls. You know, they can work, but they can also fight.
Right.
See, I think that's one of the reasons that really made me kind of map this to Warcraft 3, because you have the elf units have their units. All they can do is build and harvest, and they have and their basic attackers ranged.
Yeah, the ghost grimoire actually has that even more strongly.
Right. Devil Terror some junk in that trunk. Oh, so we talked about Ornifex last time. You know, demon comma butt.
Okay. Easy task.
But I can't actually summon anything there yet.
Right.
So.
You actually have to win this one, or
Yes. This is another tutorial mission.
So just getting us train enough fairies to take out the towers.
Right.
You want something?
Many fairies will die. I mean, return home this day. And then after that last one, that should be.
Want something?
Just want to.
Okay.
I believe I have 7.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, I believe so.
But considering it's 2 extra spaces, should be enough.
Fair enough.
Alright, we start leveling up, then we start amassing fairies, then we'll start taking these things down.
Right. It is really cool. The
Baphomet heads.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like a lot of the designs here.
Because the Vanillaware games have always been have always been good about having a lot of personality
Right.
with their animations and sprites and stuff.
Exactly.
Speaking of animations and sprites, a couple of you guys are into fighting games like we are, and apparently the next King of Fighters is moving from sprites to 3D. And yeah, it really feels like the end of an era. They're like the last people holding on to that. I guess Blaze Blue still kind of is, but
Yeah, I would argue Blaze Blue is
Yeah.
still kind of that way. or Guilty Gear 3 Zerd. Or
Xrd,
whatever.
right?
Yeah, whatever it was. I think 6 should be enough to take on a tower.
As long as you like swing them to one side and don't
Right.
have to fight the other one.
Well, I was saying a tower.
Yeah, yeah. Do they regenerate health?
Slowly, yes.
Okay.
At least I believe they do. Yeah, eventually you can get unicorns from the Wicca rune. It's pretty neat.
Given that one of the, this is something I guess what we're kind of seeing what they think about that. One of the big complaints I remember hearing about this game was trying to play an RTS without a mouse. So how do the controls feel to use?
The controls, they are a little like if you're expecting the usual like silky smooth control with your mouse, that is not going to happen.
They were fine until that imp rushed in to help out. Oh, nice shot.
There we go.
Okay. Just recruiting a few more.
Oops, no, arg.
As you know, like Ben was saying, sometimes some issues with the controls.
Right. Although in that case, it would have happened with the mouse anyway, just because I was kind of stupid with the with clicking the wrong button.
Right, gotcha.
It happens. Then yeah, once I get rid of this rune, they can't summon any more imps, so I'm not going to worry too much about it.
Right. Sure, they don't have any more. Oh, they probably call their workers in.
Right.
There's a thought. Sprawl says, "Hey, send in some elves as cannon fodder."
I could do that, but it isn't actually going to be necessary.
But it's fun.
Honestly, by the time the elves get there, this battle is probably pretty much going to be over.
True.
Like they're just not long for this world.
Can you do waypoints, like move them somewhere and then hold down the button?
I don't think so.
Okay. You don't, it's not too essential with how like narrow the like screens are.
Okay.
You're a quick learner. It
Oh.
may be early.
Well, that's right. I just
but
needed
you
to
can
destroy the
move
rune.
on to the next course. Go
What kind
see
of
Miss
Betty
Opie
Boop
Neri.
proportions are on that tower?
I will inform
She's
her
actually a
as
comic
you
book
become-
character.
Right.
Right, it went well.
It did go well, I think.
I think 10 million points is a little overkill, but
Beauty and Love and Beast.
and Beast.
Yes, here's where we get introduced to more of the characters.
Oh,
Another one of my favorites, Chartreuse Grande.
did I scare you? Hi, I'm Chartreuse, the alchemy
Hi.
teacher.
A lion teacher?
I promise, I probably am not going to eat you.
It's
No, he's a
sort of
truthful teacher.
transformation incantation.
He's not lying.
That's
High-level
yeah.
stuff and quite rare.
Yes, Chartreuse was a handsome boy. But now he's just a miserable beast.
Jeez, lady.
Opalneria. Looks are meaningless to those who can see inner qualities.
Which is hilarious because that's an alchemist telling a necromancer to look beneath the skin.
It was
Right.
delightfully pale.
But now I'm covered in fur. I'm not the same man you fell in love with.
Isn't that
Like an
awkward?
ivory doll. Your blonde hair, soft.
And you have to
and
wonder
shiny.
how many times they have this
Sure, my
conversation.
bristly hair and muscular shoulders don't do anything for you.
That's because you refuse. Let me love you, and your curse will be lifted.
I would prefer that you stop disturbing my research and my curse. Besides, I don't have time for love or hate, even with immortality.
Oh, with immortality, you can spare a few
Tell
minutes.
that to your little doll.
If you're talking about Amaretta, you're wrong. You're wrong and you're sick.
Such petty excuses. This isn't over.
Every time a new student arrives.
We'll still never give up on you.
This actually... Awkward! Mommy and Daddy are... So this actually reminds me... It's part of the making the new student feel welcome act.
Right.
There are so many
But I can
strange
actually
characters.
imagine, because I've been, again, listening to some of the 50s stuff, there's actually one show where the entire idea was there was a teacher that's trying to get the biology teacher to pay attention to her, trying for years and years and years without success. So I can actually imagine this being a semi-regular occurrence.
Right.
Where she comes in and says, I still love you. And him just being completely uninterested.